Hi guys, so today's video is on the weekly check-in form. The weekly check-in form has been created so we can track your weight and measurements over time, but also how your body is currently feeling on the training and nutrition plan that you are on. This form will also be able to be used by yourself in the future if you're no longer training with Functional AF, so you can track your own measurements and see if you need to make any adjustments to your own training and nutrition. The first thing we need to understand is that you must fill in your form and forward off to your coach every Thursday or by Friday, 12 o'clock. And this is so your coach between 12 and 4 o'clock on the Friday can make adjustments to your nutrition and training. And then you're able to, over the weekend, to go shopping and make any adjustments to your meal prep. From there, you'll place down your name and the start date that you started with Functional AF. And then you'll move up and place down any dietary information that you would have placed down on your questionnaire. Over your time with us, this may change, so make the adjustments as required, and then your coach will be able to make sure they stay within those guidelines. The same with the supplementation. Any supplementation you're currently taking, place down, but if you decide to take any in the future, place it there. Your coach will see it and make suggestions on potentially better supplements or adjust your nutrition as required. Medication is extremely important. Things like the pill, asthma medication, or anything that you take. Some things may have the body react in a certain way, which may mean that we need to make adjustments to your nutrition so you get the best results. From there, we're going to move down and place down our starting measurements that you would have put in on your questionnaire. And the reason why we're doing this is so you are going to be able to see the difference between your starting and week one. From there, we're going to move down and place down this week's date. And then going through and filling out your blood pressure as you were taught in your previous video. Once you've done that, you're going to go through and fill out your weight and measurements as you've been taught. And then we're going to scroll to the right and we're going to fill out how is our week on an average. So this is where I was speaking about how our body is currently feeling on the current nutrition and training plan. So as we see here, it's a drop-down box, which makes it easier for you, and you just fill out the appropriate response. So how many liters of water did I have on average during the week? I had between 3 and 5 liters a day. How were my stress levels? My stress levels were average. I had an extremely busy week, yet I managed them quite well by doing walks, stretches, and meditation. My sleep quality. Throughout the week, I toss and turn probably 3 to 4 nights during the week, and it took me a while to go to sleep, so my sleep was average. My sleep duration, however, was between 5 and 8 hours a night. My energy levels were quite good throughout the week. However, around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I was quite lethargic and had no energy, so average. My digestion of food, so after I ate, I felt very good. I didn't have any gas or bloating or cramps or any discomfort. Moving to bowel movements, my bowel movements were quite good. So this is a quite personal question and can be embarrassing, but it's very important to get across the right information. So my stool was quite firm. It was not a liquid state and it wasn't foul smelling, which means my digestion's been very good. Eating relaxed. So this is an important one. So how many people here have put down a plate of food, 30 seconds later, their food's gone? Yep, I'm guilty. You're extremely hungry, you're in a rush. Now, when that happens, we're chewing our food a couple of times and swallowing it. We're actually missing the first stage of digestion, being the mouth. So chewing 15 to 20 times is going to emascinate the food, put it in a semi-liquid state, which when we swallow it is going to make it easier to break down the macro and micronutrients. Now, it's also going to make us feel more full when we chew our food consistently. So eating relaxed is extremely important. My appetite. So throughout the week, I was feeling hungry when I needed to. I ate all my food with no issues. I wasn't feeling stuffed halfway through and my food was appealing. And that completes my week on an average and how I felt. So your coach will look at this and make an assessment on what is going on with you during the week and make adjustments to your nutritional training, but also give you suggestions on how to improve your sleep or stress levels if that's an issue. So this is an extremely important part of your weekly check-in form. So make sure you have a good think about it and fill it out for the entire week, not just the day that you're filling it out. Once that's complete, we're going to scroll to the right and we're going to answer this. Have you had any aches and pains during training or after training? So if you have any particular pain in a shoulder or a lower back or a knee, you may write that down if you have any at all. So low back, and it was an ache. Severity. So 1 being it was barely noticeable, but you kind of felt it. 10 being it was excruciating and you couldn't get out of bed. So for an 8, most people are around a 3 or a 4. And finally, do you have any feedback, questions? How can we help you, or what can we do better to help you with your fitness journey to get the best results? So if you have anything in that you need to say, put it in there. If it's extremely detailed and it's in length, when you forward your weekly check-in to your coach, put it in the email itself, and then your coach will be able to read a lot better, and you can put as much information as you need to in there. So moving up to our body measurements graph, the colors denote each body part in regards to measurements. So as we can see from the last 2 measurements I've put in, my measurements are going down over time, which means I'm in my fat loss phase and I'm getting results. So this here is extremely important for you guys as a visual tool, so you can see the progress that's happening with you and if you're going in the right direction. The same goes with the weight graph being in kilos. It lets us know how we are tracking in that area. So guys, that completes how to fill in the weekly check-in form. The final things we need to talk about are, when you fill in your weekly check-in form, ensure you save your weekly check-in form to your desktop for ease of access, and each week you can fill it in every Friday and forward to us. Lastly, remember, this is the time when you can ask for your meal change in your meal plan, 1 per option. So you can either put it in the email where you attach the document to, or you can place it down in your comment section located here. So don't forget that when it comes to your weekly check-in form. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask your coach, and we look forward to seeing some great results on your weekly check-in form. Cheers, guys.